preparing to enter the stage. While they do that, Kent Beach is preparing to take off. He's going to climb well over a mile above us. And a little bit later, we'll shut the engine off. Glide, doing continuous aerobatics down to show center and precisely put the spinner in Bernie Loftus's hand. The Bernie's with Home Depot, one of our presenting sponsors here this weekend. An organization, a company that gets this community, always has. The Mid-Atlantic region gets his... Right behind us now, ladies and gentlemen, here they come. As each member demonstrates sharpened skill levels to hold its position during maneuvers. The best approach path, a pair of fighters will be released from the formation to check for any air-to-air threats. The best way to look behind or check 6 is to turn into each other and cross as close as possible. Will now introduce you to three-dimensional maneuvers. The lead turn gun pass. When two aircraft of similar capability meet head-on, the first aircraft to initiate a turn towards the opposing aircraft gains an advantage by getting behind and into a firing position to achieve a win. It takes knowledge of geometry and physics to know how to maneuver the fighter aircraft to accomplish this. Watch as the lead solo maneuvers his aircraft in a lead turn and ends up at the 6 o'clock position behind his opponent, the wing solo. Head-on encounters may be handled differently, depending on the situation. The opponent can meet as close as possible to avoid a turning advantage, or there may be an option to blow through in order to regain energy to fight or offer the chance to escape. Watch now as the 2 ship returns from the right to engage the 4 ship entering from the left. With a closure rate of more than 320 miles per hour, the 2 ship must weigh the odds of turning to fight or choose to bug out. Formation turns away. Watch from the left as the solos escape and quickly change their minds and decide to pitch back into the fight. A snap vector command is called in order to quickly return to encounter. Watch as the solos perform a search for the formation. discovered more than expected. The Delta will switch to a line abreast, or as we call it, a wall of SNJs. This formation is the same flight position used when the team Skytypes messages. Skytypers will execute a 90-degree right turn and shift into a trail formation. Once in trail, they must regroup into a more effective formation in order to continue their mission. These aircraft each weigh about 5,500 pounds and use a 600 horsepower, supercharged, 9-cylinder radial engine, the Pratt & Whitney R1340. Straight ahead as the solos approach in a common air-to-air training scenario. The two solos start by flying next to each other and then split apart at the same time. The fight is on. The solos respond, turning back toward each other. This tests the pilot's skill and avoids the chance of creating an advantage going into a head-on pass. Fighter pilots call the maneuver the merge. Watch now as the solo pilots pitch into each other. Turn to the same direction in a circle of flight. One circle flight. The wing solo has more energy causing the lead solo to turn away in pursuit. It appears that an advantage is developing. As the wing solo maneuvers to take a shot, the lead solo is forced to fly in an unpredictable path in order to reverse escape or face the possibility of getting shot down. This is called a guns jink. Also called FACs, have approached the area and confirmed there's an enemy on the ground. 4 aircraft are called in to strafe the targets. Look to your left as the flight of 4 aircraft approaches the enemy target in an echelon formation. This formation is often seen in wartime movies and documentaries. The aircraft rolled into that high-angle strafe to fire on the targets below. Watch as each aircraft abruptly pulls up to evade enemy gunfire and the possibility of getting hit by airborne fragments from the exploding targets. Strafing for the GEICO Skytypers today. Number 1, Larry Arkin with Steve Kapoor. Number 2 is Johansson. Number 3 is Mike Eberhardt. And number 4 is Bob Johansson. They will demonstrate another type of intercept called a pincer. It resembles the open claw of a lobster. Shortly overhead, the solos have detected a group of threatening aircraft intending to attack the target area. The solos will maneuver to gain an advantage on the other aircraft by splitting up. The solo pilots today are lead solo Steve Salmers and wing solo Tom Daly. Watch now as the Diamond approaches and strategically maneuvers to successfully avoid the pincer. Ladies and gentlemen, the GEICO Skytypers bomb burst. the air-to-air threat neutralized, the bombers can now approach and destroy the remaining enemy assets on the ground. Watch straight ahead as the Solos will return to finish the job. Solos continue to alter their position in order to remain unpredictable and fly under radar coverage. The Solos will once again pop up to surprise the enemy on the ground and deliver their ordnance. Prepares for its next coordinated maneuver, the GEICO Skytypers would like to invite you to learn a bit more about their sponsor. GEICO can assist you with all your insurance needs. During its 78-year history, GEICO has received a long list of diverse honors, awards, and consumer testimonials for their impressive service to 12 million private passenger customers and 20 million vehicles. GEICO's focus and care for people can be seen in every aspect of its operations. The Skytypers partner with GEICO to promote and educate people about GEICO's insurance products and services through team appearances, Skytype messages, and air show performances. Let's watch straight ahead and see what the Solos and Diamond have in store for us together. As the Solos pull to the sky, the Diamond will transition into a vertical diamond. Watch as the vertical diamond flies through the center of the heart drawn by the Solos. For a special task, the GEICO Skytypers would like to recognize the men responsible for keeping these vintage aircraft in such fine shape. The aircraft technicians are Keith Urso, Frank Atria, Stan Root, and Greg Coons. We would also like to recognize another key member on our team, Advanced Pilot and Ground Operations Officer Jim Reckert. These aircraft are operated most of the year in the New York metro area and are based at the Republic Airport in Farmingdale, Long Island. If you'd like to see photos, videos, or simply get more information on the team, please follow them on Facebook and Twitter under GEICO Skytypers or visit the team's website at GEICOSkytypers.com. In addition, check out their YouTube channel for some great videos, including the Information Webisode series. These webisodes provide an insider's look at life as an airshow performer. You can also find links to our associate sponsors, Gulf Coast Avionics and Tulsa Aircraft Engines. The GEICO Skytypers would like to dedicate their next maneuver to the men and women in our armed service and all those who support the United States military. Ladies and gentlemen, the GEICO Skytypers Band Pass. Skytypers show you how all military aircraft, including the military performance jet teams, rejoin into a single formation. The Skytypers will perform another 90-degree turn to set up for their rejoin to a delta formation. As the lead aircraft starts a turn and holds for identification, the other aircraft add power to put their noses in front of the lead in order to fly a shorter distance. Each pilot must be aware of the position of all the aircraft so they can rejoin as quickly and safely as possible. The flight leader is the forwardmost member of the formation and is responsible for the direction and integrity of the entire flight. The wingmen must maintain their respective positions while constantly referencing the flight lead. The majority of the pilots on the team earned their wings through military training in the Air Force, the Navy, and the Marines. Many became commercial airline pilots after completing their military service. As they descend towards show center to complete their final maneuver, the Delta pitch to land. As the pilots pitch up on a downwind approach, please give a round of applause to number 1, Larry Arkin with Steve Kapoor. 2, Ken Johansson. 3, Mike Eberhardt. 4, Bob Johansson. 5, Steve Saldiers. And number 6, Tom Daly. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 GEICO Skytypers. Skytypers would like to thank you, the audience, for supporting this air show and its great sponsors. Please stop by and talk with the folks at GEICO. Their tent is along the boardwalk today. They get a team picture and some neat gecko gifts. Remember, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more at geico.com. For the entire team to use this runway. These priceless pieces of flying history. The Navy version of the T-6, the SNJ-2s, the GEICO Skytypers. And I understand the Gecko's over there too at their booth. And while they're landing, you look way, way up. You'll see that tiny now little jelly belly airplane, Kent Peach. The award-winning Kent Peach is about to shut the engine off way above us. And as you saw earlier, this airplane does not have a starter. It has to be prompt started. So once